Welcome back to the Hawkeye Garage. I am Joe. Today's video is gonna be like all over the place. I've got so many little projects going around that I couldn't really decide what to film this week. So I thought I would give you guys kind of like a behind the scenes look at like what my garage usually looks like when I don't have video set up for, you know, doing a project, one specific project. Talk about a bunch of things we've got going on, and because there's a few things that I need some input on, I guess. So stay tuned. I'm about to show you my garage, so here goes. Wow, on camera I guess it doesn't look that bad. Where do we begin? Hey, there's you guys. Let's get this camera case out of the way. I have electrical stuff laying out, harness kits and wire connectors and weather pack connectors because I put some ditch lights on the 4runner. Those are just some cheap Amazon ones I picked up. I have no idea what size, if those are going to be loud in the wind or whatever. But if we go over inside, you guys remember I have my my two-way switch here, my Sasquatch, Gone Squatchin' switch. Originally I had the bumper lights on the top switch, and the bottom switch was nothing. Flip the headlights on, you can see that it's backlit down here. Well, I have rewired the bumper lights so that they will be on when the switch is flipped down. And I am going to wire the ditch lights and the bumper lights in series to both go on when the switch is up. So I've got one of the viewers actually kind of helped me out on some wiring with that. I'm going to put an inline feed diode if I can find it. It's a one-way diode, a one-way fuse essentially, so that when just the bumper switch is on, it will send power down below, but when I have the top switch on, it will send power to both, and it won't backfeed when the bumper lights are on. It's actually the same diode that I put in the fuse box under the hood to bump up the charging system because it is directional. So we'll cover that when that wiring's all done later. We also have hanging here, now that they are dry, some Toyota top hats. Oh, there's my intro rig, my normal rig, and the spacers that were originally on the 4th gen. Those have been all cleaned up and painted because they're going to get reassembled and go on Chris's FJ. So we also, let me pop the trunk here. So I have something in here. I have the original strut. Had to cut the bolt off down there and ordered a bushing off of Amazon, a Moog bushing that we thought was correct. Turns out it is, so that's awesome. Pressed in there. Get these back to Chris. He's going to give them a little custom paint job, kind of like what I did. I'm going to be doing a 1-year review of the why is that air? That's weird. It shouldn't be airing. Turn that off. Anyway, I'm going to be doing a 1-year review of the Alpacool, or not the Alpacool, the Costway Stay Cool, and maybe considering upgrading in size and changing over to the Alpacool, which is still the same brand, I would assume, made in the same factory with slightly different features. So we'll talk about that in an upcoming video as well. What else have we got going on? I put the rock sliders back on because I like to be a poser. What else? We've got exhaust work for the 4runner. So it kind of sounds like a vacuum cleaner right now, and like a year and a half ago we broke the back half of the exhaust off where it would have been rusting doing some level B roads in Iowa. I kind of scraped it over a mud pile when I had no lift at all. So I went ahead and replaced from the cat back the entire section. So new muffler section, direct bolt in tailpipe. Well, that Walker muffler section, some of the internals have gone bad already, so they are vibrating at lower RPM and super annoying. And then ever since Chris got his FJ, we've noticed he has the factory exhaust system on that, and it's got a nice little little something, little burble to that, and I need that in my life now. So I have there's some stainless pipe there. I think I've got some stainless pipe there. I picked up a couple 45-degree bends today, because I think the first step is actually going to be cutting out this resonator thing in here and kicking it out so that the exhaust kind of is at a 45 coming out, which will solve a couple issues. Of course, if you have a Toyota that the back window goes down on, you know there's like a 2-mile-an-hour range that the exhaust doesn't come in the back, and I know that the spoiler is supposed to fix that, which it doesn't. So I've read removing that resonator adds a little bit of tone. I've read that removing that resonator doesn't do anything, but I figured I can kick out the exhaust to the side so that way we can roll with the window down some more, especially when the dog is in the trunk, so we're not fumigating him, and I'll be able to report back if that changes the sound. I still need to replace that muffler because it sounds like crap, but I think I'm going to go a stainless steel type muffler. I think I found like an unmarked MagnaFlow muffler on Amazon. Has all the same specs, same sizes. Like if you put them side by side and look at them, the finishes, they look identical. One just doesn't have the MagnaFlow stamped in it. So I don't know. What mufflers are you guys running? Let me know. I don't want this to be a V6 trying to sound like a V8. It's not going to. I just want a little, I don't know, just a little something extra when I'm really gunning it. That is honestly one of the things that I miss about the Explorer is the exhaust sounds. So other than that, something different. Bikes, because I don't have enough hobbies. Had this Diamondback bike for several years now. It's been good to me. Time for a few upgrades. And when I say upgrades, I bought like super cheap stuff, so it's more like changes instead of upgrades. So I've got a little bit higher set of handlebars, wider. I didn't realize how skinny my handlebars were until actually I've been moving Mrs. HSW's bike around, loading it in the camper and stuff, and her handlebars are wider, and they're a lot more comfortable. So I did that. These grips are completely shot. They're like the seam has busted open on both sides. So we got some new grips coming. Of course, that didn't come with a kickstand because no bikes come with kickstands anymore. Apparently that's a thing. And went ahead and picked up a kickstand. We got to throw that on there. The grips, when I'm filming this, are not here yet. And what else? Oh, I had to get a different stem. I had to get a different one of these because not only are these handlebars skinny, they're the diameter is super small, which is non-standard. Thankfully, all this stuff is really cheap. Well, the stuff that I bought is really cheap. Like if you wanted to buy good stuff for an actual mountain bike, calling it a mountain bike is kind of like how we call tennis shoes, and they never get worn to play tennis. It's kind of like I don't know, whatever. It's going to be like your ultimate campground cruiser for gravel roads and trails, not mountain biking, just like trails. Anyway, whatever. I also got, I picked up a new phone holder to go on there. I upgraded to, I got an 8 Plus. Oh yeah, it's only 4 years old. Moving up in the world from my old 6S, pretty fancy over here. I used to have a little magnet mount that was, I had 3M taped right here, and it actually worked really well, but that 8 Plus is too big and it's kind of floppy, so picked up this phone holder so when I'm riding around, I'm trying to get some exercise. I can listen to some tunes and not have to hold it in my pocket. Plus, I can track my distance. Anyway, somebody just honked at my house. Anyway, so we've got ditch light wiring that's going to be going on, exhaust, drop recommendations for mufflers down below. We've got the FJ suspension going on. We'll have a video on that. Any FJ guys, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Comment down below that you're an FJ guy, like if you have an FJ also, or if you had one before, or whatever. And then go over and follow Chris on Instagram. I'm going to drop his Instagram down below. We're kind of finding it's difficult to get, like, the guys on FJ pages seem pretty cool, but there seems to be less like practical knowledge on them compared to the 4runners. Like, Chris needed to get some new rear springs, still does, probably. They're pretty saggy. We inquired about that on one of the Facebook pages. Not a single comment. Not like people didn't say, well, they haven't sagged that much, get a spacer, don't get replacements, like, no one even called him like stupid for not wanting to put a lift on it. You always get those people. So anyway, if you're an FJ person, comment down below, go over to Chris's Instagram, follow over there, because we're probably going to have some questions for you guys about the FJ, plus there's going to be FJ content. We've got bike stuff going on. I talked about the refrigerator. We might be changing that situation up. Boy, yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. And I'm supposed to be remodeling my basement, which I've totally not been doing. But anyway, let's hop on over to the main camera rig and close this video out. This coming weekend is Labor Day weekend. We are going to be putting the front suspension parts on Chris's FJ. So the hopes with that is it will lift it just a little bit more than what it would have been stock. And yeah, he's probably going to end up looking like a bro truck for a week while we find the appropriate size spacer to put in the back. But whatever, that thing should be sweet after we get those Bilstein struts and spacer put in the front. And of course, he'll be getting an alignment. So we'll see how all of that goes. Other than that, you guys have been hitting me up constantly. Comments, emails. It's fantastic. I love it. So keep on doing that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I knocked this over, so I'm going to show you guys how awesome I am. I bought a lid for my Blackstone, for my cooktop. Would you like some glamping videos? We take the camper out and do some videos on that. You know, maybe we should do that. Anyway, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Usually the videos are more focused on each individual project that I pointed out, obviously. So follow the links down below over to my Instagram, my Facebook, over to Chris's Instagram for all the FJ goodness. You can email me, hawkeyeskunkworks@gmail.com. Give the video a thumbs up, turn the notifications on, because I really do drop a video every Sunday, like 99.9% of the time over this last year, over 2020. That's like been the one like consistent thing for 2020. Anyway, it'll give you a notification when that video goes live. So until next time, I'm gonna go eat some dinner, change my clothes, I'm gonna go to church, and I'm gonna come home and work on this bicycle. Talk to you guys later. Take care. Goodbye.